Hey, today I want to go over some things about Hootsuite so you can get to know what Hootsuite could do for you, especially when it comes to analytics. When you go to Hootsuite.com, Hootsuite.com, this is the screen you're going to see. And what I'd like you to do is go to the plans and look at free. Then scroll down and look how you can connect with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube, Foursquare, and LinkedIn. Okay? Now you can set up a Hootsuite dashboard, which I have a lesson on the Hootsuite dashboard, which is pretty cool. It shows where you can put all these networks up on your screen at one time, and they come in these little strips on the screen, so you can see the activity going on there and know when you need to jump in or when you need to monitor something that's going on Hootsuite or within your network. And then over here, message scheduling. This is a huge time saver. I typically sit down on Sunday afternoon and plan out my week, and as a result, I go ahead and put up my posts for the week within my groups that I manage, and also make sure that if I've got blogging going on, that I have that scheduled and ready to go, because when I do create a blog post, it automatically gets sent out to all of my networks through Hootsuite. Social listening is another thing. I haven't really gotten into that, but I need to. And then there are apps as well. Excuse me. And then there are apps. So the nice thing about this is that you can get some information on statistics and things that are out there. You can get some analytics, but the deeper analytics are going to be on your pro plan. One thing to know about the free plan is that, and I'll show the comparison, is that you only get so many networks that you can post to at the same time. I have a whole lot more than that, so I need to have the pro plan. Plus, I like a lot of the bulk uploading features. I like to look at more than one dashboard. I like to look at deeper analytics, and I'm going to go into that. Next is the pro plan, and pro is, you've got the dashboard, of course, bulk message scheduling, which is really cool. You can set up literally like a CSV file, which is like a spreadsheet, and you set that up to have the exact date and time, the text you want on your post, a picture, whatever it is you need to have to bulk upload a lot of different things. So if I wanted to, for example, go ahead and get a lot of things scheduled for the entire month, I could do that in one spreadsheet and have that upload to the bulk uploader on Hootsuite, and then it would schedule those posts out for me for the entire month in one single upload. Okay? Now we get into the enhanced analytics reports. That's really what I want to go over today, is what's going to be in those analytics. But you can get into other things with social listening, teams, and content curation. I haven't gotten into these pieces right here, but they are options that you can get into. It's something I'd like to work on later. Now, going up to enterprise, that's going to be more for bigger companies that are managing a lot of different things. So I do just want to go to compare plans. Free, pro, and enterprise. Enterprise is going to be a lot more expensive. The plan I'm on is this pro plan, and you can do a 30-day free trial. But right here you've got, it shows you up to 3 here, but over here I've got 50. So that's more than enough. Enhanced analytics, I have 1 included here. I have advanced message scheduling. I have 1 included here on team members. In addition to that, when it comes to RSS feed, that's really good for me because I can go out and not only could I take my blog and have it post up to all of my social media automatically, I could go take another company's blog and have it post out automatically as well. So for example, some people might be a fitness coach and they're selling a product associated with a company that sells fitness products, they could literally set up the blog post from that company to go through their news feeds as well. In addition, you've got the Hootsuite University, which is where they teach courses. This is included when you have this enterprise, but it's optional here, meaning that you would have to purchase the courses on it. They do some free courses, but there are some really good courses in there. If you wanted to get into, you could go look at that. But anyway, that gives you an idea of what Hootsuite offers. And now I want to show you the analytics that I am looking at on my Facebook profile so you can see what that is. Okay, I've gone back to the main Hootsuite.com, and I'm just going to go straight to my dashboard, because when I go to the dashboard I can see everything. Alright, so here's the dashboard. I had mentioned that you could see all these different things that I follow. I have groups that I manage, and I also have some lists that I manage on Twitter, and so I want to be able to see the activity going on there so I can help promote other people and also watch for posts in my own groups and pay attention to what people are saying. On the left is this menu, and I'm going to go to the analytics piece. Okay, right here, just to show you, I have access to a few different reports, and these reports are right here, and all I have to do is click on them and they will get updated with what I'm wanting to find. Now, when I go and do audience insights on Facebook, my list or my likers over there are somewhere close to 1,300, and Facebook tells me for some reason that I don't have enough people for it to do the analytics. But I do, because their minimum is 1,000. Well, if you don't have 1,000 people, you could come over to here to Facebook Insights within Hootsuite. I'm going to click on that and show you the report it gives me. Now, this only does like the last 2 weeks, but I can go back to, the whole month, or look at the previous month, pick a date range. It goes back so far. And what I can do is look here to see which ones of my posts are doing well, what's the engagement rate. My free class on Facebook had a really high engagement rate. My business cards one had a high engagement rate. I talked about Moo business cards. And then these other ones, some of these others did pretty well. Happy Thanksgiving, and then I guess that was a video. I don't really know what that was. But anyway, you can see which of your posts do well. Now, you can look at this on Facebook as well. But when it comes to this piece down here, some of us are limited on Facebook as to what we can see, but Hootsuite pulls it together for us. This shows you that of all the people who like my page on Facebook, they are pretty much between this 25 and 55 age range, most of them being in the 35 to 44, and the purple shows that these are female and these others are male. That does not really surprise me. That has been pretty much the way my demographics of my followers have run. Over here I've got likes by region. This tells me that I have 1,010 in the US, 213 in South Africa. Now, the South Africa 213 really surprised me. I didn't know that many people would engage on my page like that, and so I make sure that I include them whenever I am doing my reach to find people. This gives me, the specific numbers here, and then you go into like how many likes I have and so on and so forth, and how many unlikes. Don't focus on the unlikes. That's always going to happen. Sometimes you get unlikes just because somebody clicked the button 2 or 3 times, and it will register every time they like or unlike your page. So think of it that way. If you think of it that way, then you won't be upset that people unliked your page. In addition to that, sometimes people get overwhelmed and they just are not part of, the people that you need to be talking to, and that's okay. If you're running news out there on people's news feeds all the time and it has absolutely nothing to do with what they need in their life, then you don't want them liking your page anyway, because when you run ads to those people, it costs you more money. Why? What's the point of sending an ad to somebody who's not going to be available for you anyway in your business? Then you can go into language, and then you can go into source, and I don't really look at that as much. It does have that here's the story and the page profile, sponsored story. So that gives you an idea of which types of posts are working better. Pretty much my page profile and feed story do better than anything else. So whatever I'm posting, and also the page itself when I share it. So that gives you some really good information right there within Hootsuite. Now I know we're talking mostly about Facebook because we're doing this class on Facebook ads. So anyway, that just gives you an idea of the reports that you can get on the Pro plan. There are other ones over here, but they're more for the, you can pay money to get these reports, but I'm not doing that. I don't have enough to worry about it. My biggest thing is just to look at this Facebook Insights and to find out who I need to be marketing to and where they're from and if they're male or female, that sort of thing, and to see what kind of posts do well out there. So that's your lesson on Hootsuite Insights, okay? Thank you.